On the road once again as the Minnesota Gophers travel to Ann Arbor to take on the number 22 ranked Michigan Wolverines in their second Big Ten game of the season. Minnesota coming off of a loss last week to the Iowa Hawkeyes, 17-21. And once again it was turnovers helping decide the fate of the game as it was inside the 5-yard line with 3 minutes to go when quarterback Philip Nelson fumbled the football and Iowa recovered and ran their way to a victory. Today, Minnesota will play for the Little Brown Jug against the Michigan Wolverines, a team they've lost 5 straight games to, here on the road in Ann Arbor, Minnesota and Michigan here in Week 6. We'll see the talented Michigan offense on display first today as they're led by quarterback Devin Gardner. And the Gophers have seen many running quarterbacks this year, but none with the speed quite like Gardner's. He hands off to Fitzgerald Toussaint in the game's first play up the middle for a gain of 3. And if you look back to last week, this Gophers defense allowed 19 of 22 passing. They'll have to do a better job today as Gardner's first throw over the middle is a 22-yard catch to Darbo. First and 10 now at midfield. Gardner goes play action. Strikes over the middle, caught by Devin Funchess, his tight end, for a gain of 12 into Gophers territory. If you see the way this team started out to a 3-0 start, it was turnovers that helped them big time as Toussaint on 2nd and 4 powers through Hageman's tackle for a gain of 6. But Minnesota's defense has to come up with some big plays today and some big stops. It's Toussaint on 1st and 10 running off tackle, a gain of 10, a first down inside the 20. Gardner motions a man over to his left, out of the shotgun, screen pass set up, caught by Toussaint, inside the 15 and knocked out of bounds by Hageman just shy of the 5. And so it's 2nd down and 2. Shotgun for Gardner, running left, option. He'll keep it, breaks a tackle, inside the 5. Touchdown, Michigan. It's Devin Gardner from 7 yards out, getting the game's first points on Michigan's opening drive of the first quarter. And now the Minnesota offense for the first time today. Can they keep up with Michigan if this turns into a shootout? 1st and 10 for Philip Nelson, twin tight ends. He hands off the gut to Kirkwood for a gain of 1. And Kirkwood has ran very well the last few games, but it has not translated to victories. It's been turnovers killing the Gophers as Crawford Tufts makes a 6-yard catch. But we'll see how Nelson fares in hostile territory here in the big house as he goes 3rd down and 3. Dumps it off to Kirkwood out of the backfield. 1st down and more to the 35, a gain of 12 that'll move the chains. Facing another 3rd down, they need 8 yards this time. McDonald in the slot to the right. Nelson back to throw, lobbing it deep outside for Crawford Tufts, and it's knocked away incomplete by Jared Wilson. And it appears Crawford Tufts is a little shaken up after that play. Hopefully it's not anything serious, as we can see the replay as Nelson goes long in double coverage and almost makes the play. And so Michigan has the football. Minnesota stalls in their first possession. Screen pass for Toussaint on 2nd down to the outside and brought down just shy of the first down marker, a gain of 9. Michigan going with a lot of screens early, much like Iowa did last week. It eventually worked out for him. 3rd and inches, outside Jeremy Gallon, and he drops the pass. That's Gardner's first incompletion, and it's 4th down and inches. Minnesota forces a Michigan 3-and-out and has the football back in the hands of Philip Nelson. Read option this time on 1st down outside, 25 to the 30, and brought down from behind, but it's a 15-yard gain for quarterback Philip Nelson. And that's one element of the offense we've seen work effectively, but not worked often. And now off the play action, Nelson drops it in, caught by Drew Goodger at the 47-yard line, a gain of 15 more. And Goodger's come on in recent weeks as well, opening up the passing game underneath. And now here's Donnell Kirkwood running left across the 40, a gain of 13 yards as he follows his blocks. And now I formation on 1st down and 10. It's Kirkwood again, up the middle, breaking a tackle, has 8 yards and is brought down just shy of the 1st down marker. And so far, a good start against a very tough Michigan run defense, and 2nd down and 2. Nelson hit on the play, but dumps it off to Gillum out of the backfield. 1st down, he has a gain of 6. 1st down, Minnesota. And 3 wide, including Derek Engel, the senior in the slot. And Nelson over the middle. It's caught by Frichte, who is helicoptered down, it looked like. 9-yard catch. Hopefully he's all right. Donnell Kirkwood to the left of Philip Nelson out of the shotgun. Handoff right, and decked in the backfield. Desmond Morgan comes through clean and lays out Kirkwood. 3rd down and 14. Don't want to get too aggressive, at least get points. Michigan sends the blitz. Nelson over the middle, almost intercepted, knocked away by Courtney Avery. Now out comes the field goal unit. Minnesota makes it a 4-point game after a Chris Hawthorne field goal, and now goes back to work on defense, trying to stop Fitzgerald Toussaint on this run for a gain of 9 yards. And they've done a lot of running so far. I formation again. And this time it's Green up the middle who has some space, an 11-yard gain, spelling Fitzgerald. I'm actually surprised we haven't seen as much Gardner running as we have the tailbacks, as it's Toussaint breaking a tackle but is brought down still for a loss of 1. The play made by Aaron Hill. And 5:27 to play in the second. 3rd down and 5 for Devin Gardner. Scrambling right, and he's brought down in the backfield. Sacked on the play by Rashid Hageman. Sack number 3 on the season as he busts through and had help from Theron Cochran. And Minnesota has held Michigan to only 7 points thus far. I have to consider that a success at this point. Nelson on 2nd and long. It's McDonald underneath making the catch for a gain of 6, making it 3rd and medium. They have to get 7 yards as McDonald goes in motion to the right. Goodger's a lone tight end. Quick throw, tipped, and intercepted by Courtney Avery at the 30-yard line. How did he catch that one? It was tipped quickly. Nelson wanted the quick slant to Crawford Tufts, a little bit behind him. It was knocked down, and then Courtney Avery makes a cat-like reflex to somehow make this catch, and it's Michigan ball. After the impressive turnover, now at the Minnesota 30-yard line to begin the drive, a toss out to Toussaint, who is brought down in the backfield. Excellent play coming down by Brock Vereen, the safety. Devin Funchess in motion on 3rd down and 10. Split shotgun look for Gardner, a 4-man rush. He lobs it, it's almost intercepted by Aaron Hill. Good coverage, it's 4th down and 10. Michigan leads 10-3 as Minnesota's only down a touchdown with 2:32 to go in the first half. Nelson over the middle, pass caught by Lincoln Posek, the tight end, and brought down for a 9-yard catch. And now under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Twin tight ends, 2 wide. Quick throw, caught by Goodger, was blasted over the middle, but has 13 yards and they'll move the chains again. A fairly balanced approach so far from the Gophers with only 3 points. And now stretch outside Kirkwood. The edge is sealed across the 40. Kirkwood at the 30 and brought down from behind to the 24. A 30-yard run for Janelle Kirkwood, running the Gophers into field goal range. And a split shotgun look on 2nd and 8. Nelson outside. McDonald has it inside the 10. Brought down a 14-yard catch at the 8-yard line. And now Minnesota looking to score. 1st and goal, 22 seconds to go in the half. Nelson, middle, cut, touchdown! Devin Crawford Tufts. 7-yard touchdown pass from Philip Nelson in tight coverage. Good throw, and that'll make it a tie game. We'll go into the half tied unless Michigan gets a big play soon. 2nd and 4 with 10 seconds to go in the half, and Gardner in trouble, and Cameron Botticelli will end the first half on a Minnesota sack. He drops Devin Gardner. Will go into the break with a tie football game. 10 apiece here from Ann Arbor. Minnesota has fought well with Michigan so far despite a turnover that gave Michigan a short field. Minnesota has played well, but they have to carry this into the second half. And now, this week in recruiting, we're going to focus on wide receiver, a position the Gophers are fairly deep at right now with youth, and are only targeting 1 receiver overall. A 4-star prospect, we've talked about him before, Doug Duckett from Maitland, Florida, 6'2", 210 pounds. He is mainly a possession receiver, does not have great speed, but does have the acceleration necessary to beat guys off the line and be a potential deep ball threat if he can be physical. He has good hands, he's a solid route runner, and he can also leap up to catch the ball. So if he does come to Minnesota, he could be a very important player down the road. But if you look at the current set of receivers from Minnesota, there is only 1 senior, and that is Derek Engel, who is still down on the depth chart. Minnesota plays mainly with Devin Crawford Tufts, Andre McDonald, and Isaac Frichte. But one guy to watch out for in the next couple years, Drew Wolotarski, a current freshman who has the red shirt placed upon him. He is California Prep's leading all-time receiver, and he has a very similar skill set to a guy who went pro for the Gophers not that long ago in wide receiver Eric Decker. And these statistics on screen now are from the first 5 games of the season. Nothing from this Michigan game so far is counted. But you can see that it's Isaac Frichte mainly leading the way, and Crawford Tufts is playing his role as well, and McDonald out of the slot has been dangerous. Overall, I'd say that this receiving core has a lot of promise and potential, especially if they can get a guy like Doug Duckett. But anyways, guys, that's it for this week. The second half is up next between Minnesota and Michigan. It's a 10-10 tie ball game. Minnesota doing their best to fight with this Michigan Wolverine team, a tough 3-1, number 22 ranked team here in the Big Ten, in Minnesota's second Big Ten game of this season. Total in the second half, it's Kirkwood up the gut for a gain of 5. At the half, Nelson was 12 of 17, 95 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 score. Here's his first throw of the second half, off balance and out of bounds, a little throwaway from Nelson. And now 3rd down and 5, McDonald slot right. And Nelson takes the snap over the middle. Wide open is Devin Crawford Tufts, running his way to a Minnesota first down, a 24-yard catch and run for Devin Crawford Tufts. And I've liked the way Nelson has thrown the ball so far today. High completion percentage, very safe throws, and he holds on this time on 2nd down and takes the sack for a loss of 7. And so, 3rd and 17. Minnesota has a big hole to dig out of. They're going to keep this drive moving. Here's the blitz. And down goes Philip Nelson in the backfield. Another loss of 7. That'll end the Minnesota drives. It's James Ross III coming through, clean up the A gap. It's still a 10-10 tie ball game here in the 3rd quarter. Michigan with the football for the first time in the 2nd half. Minnesota did not do a lot to stop Gardner's throwing in the 1st half as it continues so far as Funchess makes a 10-yard catch. And coming into this week, Minnesota has not forced yet a single fumble. And we talked about turnovers and how important they have been for the Gophers as Derek Wells decks Toussaint in the backfield for a loss of 4 off the toss. 2nd down and long. Gardner out of the gun. Minnesota sends 4. Gardner running to the right. And he has some room across the 50. 1st down and tackled by Derek Wells, but not until he gets the 1st down. I have to say this Gophers run defense is better than the pass defense, and so it's not surprising to see Gardner throw so much and not run as often as we maybe thought he would as he finds Northfleet for 11 yards and a 1st down. And now in field goal range, split shotgun look for Gardner, a tight shotgun look. And he'll throw it outside, caught by Darbo, breaks a tackle, and stiff arms Derek Wells into the end zone. Amara Darbo, 32 yards, 2 broken tackles, and 6 points for the Michigan Wolverines as they regain control and the lead 16-10 here in the 3rd quarter. And with Michigan taking the lead, it's very important for Minnesota to keep this a close game. On 1st down, it's Brichty coming across the middle, and Nelson finds him underneath, and he runs for a gain of 12 yards. And Nelson answering so far well on the first play of the drive. Handoff, it's Kirkwood up the gut trying to find some room. Not much, maybe a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd down and medium. 3rd down and 2. Kirkwood in the backfield. Handoff up the middle. He cuts inside. 1st down to the 44-yard line. A gain of 10 yards. Kirkwood, 14 rushes, 82 yards. Very impressive against a stout Michigan run defense as Nelson out of the backfield caught by James Gillum, who stays in bounds and gets 7 yards after the catch. 3rd down and short, twin tight ends. Handoff from Nelson to Gillum. Great block by the pulling guard, and he collects the 1st down yardage, a gain of 5. The ground game has been what's keeping Minnesota in this game, converting on 3rd down and getting some big chunks every now and then as Nelson finds Brichty over the middle, a diving gain of 11. And now inside the 25. McDonald in motion on 2nd and 4. Nelson running the option. He pitches it forward. A shovel pass to McDonald, a gain of 2. And that brings up 3rd and short. And now we're going to be headed to the 4th quarter. Michigan leads in this one, 17-10, in the battle for the Little Brown Jug. And so the 4th quarter is underway. 1 quarter to decide the victor. Down by 7. Handoff Kirkwood up the gut. And he has the 2 yards necessary. He gets 3. Minnesota driving, trying to tie this game at 17. 3 wide for Nelson. Good protection. He lobs it over the middle. Cut by McDonald at the 5-yard line. 1st down, Minnesota. It's going to be 1st down and goal to go. Fitting it inside the safety and the linebacker. Good touch. Trips to the left on 1st and goal. Kirkwood in motion. Empty backfield look. Nelson outside. Goodry makes the catch. Touchdown, Minnesota. 5 yards from Philip Nelson to Drew Goodger. And pending the extra point, that will tie the game at 17. They didn't go with the run. They spread it out and found the tight end. And Nelson gets his 2nd touchdown pass of the game. All tied up here in the 4th quarter. Minnesota trying to snap a 5-game losing streak to Michigan. Here's Toussaint off the handoff. Breaks a tackle. 1st down and more. A 14-yard run. He's been very effective today. And 6:11 to play. 2nd and 2. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Quick throw to Jeremy Gallen. First catch of the day as he stiff arms Jeremy Baltazar and has the 1st down yardage. And now inside Minnesota territory. New set of downs for Gardner as he spreads it out 4 wide. Hageman giving pursuit, but he gets the pass off to Funchess, who breaks the tackle of Aaron Hill. 26 yards for the tight end. This offense today has ran through Fitzgerald Toussaint and Devin Funchess, and he makes the catch again over the middle, giving his defense fits. This catch is good to make it 1st down and goal to go. 4 for 62 for Funchess. And now back to Toussaint, up the gut. Matt Denny's down just shy of the goal line, a gain of 5. And 3rd and goal. Minnesota stacking the line, and Gardner hands off to Toussaint. Up the middle, touchdown, Wolverines. Michigan answers Minnesota right back to reclaim their lead. It's now 23-17 on this short yardage touchdown run by Fitzgerald Toussaint. 24-17. Minnesota has 4.5 to play. Plenty of time, but can Minnesota tie this game up yet again? Here's Kirkwood taking the handoff from Nelson up the middle. That's good for a gain of 8. And the crowd here in the big house gets loud on 3rd and short. Nelson back to pass. Fires right. Caught by Goodger underneath, who makes the catch and runs for a 14-yard first down. That'll move the chains. Minnesota trying to get into Michigan territory. Handoff Kirkwood up the middle. No room. That is going to make it 3rd down and 8 to go. For Minnesota, this is likely 4-down territory. 3rd down and 8. Nelson with 3 wide. He fires, and the pass is caught. Crawford Tufts makes the catch, a 17-yard catch. Crawford Tufts ran the dig, and Nelson found the hole in the zone to make it 1st down and 10 for the Minnesota Gophers. Still plenty of time for Minnesota. Now a man in motion. A jet sweep to McDonald. Haven't seen this much, and he runs this for a gain of 6. Not a bad play on 1st down. And 3rd down and 2. It's Gillum in the backfield. Michigan stacks the box. Handoff Gillum. Good blocks to the outside, and Gillum has the 1st down inside the 20. A run of 9 yards. Minnesota only 19 yards away from tying this game. 1 minute, 40 seconds to go. Nelson back to throw on 1st down. End zone! Intercepted by Michigan. Wilson in the end zone takes it out of the air, intended for Crawford Tufts. You can see Wilson come down on McDonald as he runs his in, and Nelson thinks he's going to have Crawford Tufts in the end zone, and just like that, Wilson drops back, takes it out of the air, and Minnesota has done it again. The 3rd game in a row with a late game turnover. Now Minnesota has their backs against the wall trying to stop this Michigan running attack as Toussaint won't go anywhere on 1st down, a loss of 1. Minnesota needs to get stops. They cannot allow a 1st down. Handoff, Toussaint again. Room to the outside, but James Manuel is there. It's a 7-yard gain, but it's still 3rd and 4. Minnesota's chances are riding on a stop on 3rd down and 4. Gardner fakes the handoff, fires, and the pass is caught by Amara Darboh. They needed 4. They got 5 yards. And Michigan is going to knock off Minnesota, who will drop their 3rd straight game, and their 3rd straight game due to a late game turnover by quarterback Philip Nelson. Yet another heartbreaking defeat as Minnesota is sent to 3-3 on the season. They open up Big Ten play with 2 losses to Iowa and Michigan, and the road doesn't get much easier from here as they have Northwestern next week. They'll follow it up with a very good team in Nebraska. But Minnesota loses their 6th straight game to the Michigan Wolverines. They were very close to tying it up in the 4th quarter, but it was Jared Wilson who made the play, intercepting Philip Nelson, and that ended the game for Minnesota in their hopes as they ran the football and passed for a 1st down. I think you still have to give credit to this team for fighting as hard as they did and sticking with the number 22 ranked team in the nation. I'm sure many people thought this would be a blowout game, but it's still disappointing either way because it's a loss for Minnesota. And it's their 3rd straight game losing the turnover battle as they forced no turnovers, and Michigan was able to get 2 interceptions off Philip Nelson. Here's the throw once again, the play that ended Minnesota's hopes, as Nelson could not find Crawford Tufts running the post. And so Minnesota will carry this 3-game losing streak into their Week 7 bye week, as they are definitely going to be looking to fix these 4th quarter turnover issues. And one thing they might do is just run the football. If you can do it, keep running until you can't, because passing the football in the 4th quarter late has resulted in 3 straight losses. And so we'll see what changes are made. But next up, Minnesota will play against Northwestern once again on the road in 2 weeks following the bye week. Hopefully Minnesota comes out and can rebound and get rid of this 3-game losing streak. But thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you against Northwestern.